What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Q&A video here on this Saturday. Drop this video. I'm actually doing this live, members only. So if you want to be a part of my videos going forward, you could be a member. I'm taking your questions, and I'm making a video right now. My guy, Jeff, he says, with the depth in this year's draft, should we take a safety? Fantastic question, Jeff. I truly do appreciate that. We do need help at safety, no doubt about it. Now, I'm not looking at pick 17 for a safety. That would be ridiculous. But if you're talking about a situation, Jeff, or anybody else out there, could you see a situation where the Lions trade up and or down in the second round? I absolutely could see that to get a safety. That is now a position up there. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a need, but it's almost a need. It's past a want and getting closer to a need because of the injuries. Yes, we got Kirby Joseph. Yes, we got Brian Branch, but we don't know the longevity of these guys. We don't know when Brian Branch is going to come back, so I most definitely could see a situation like that. Look, we got Brian Branch in the second round. That was a great value selection. Maybe another player falls like that in the draft, or the Lions want to trade up and get it. Hey, we need help on defense. That is definitely something I would not be upset about. I don't think any people would be upset about it. But not at pick 17, because the Lions truly do need a tackle when you're sitting at the selection, knowing Taylor Decker potentially could be retiring after this year, as well as a situation where if he retires next year. Next question here. Thank you so much. Roger the Goat Guardo. Love you, my friend. Do you think that Brad's way of going about things will backfire on him and get him the boot? No, I don't think it's going to get him the boot, Roger Guardo. We can criticize him, and I'm going to criticize him. I'm going to criticize Dan Campbell. I'm going to criticize Rory. I'm going to criticize anybody on the team, and I will compliment them, and I will compliment Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, and Rory, and anybody. That comes with the game. That's our job. As fans, that's our job. You praise when they do good, and you criticize when they do bad. Brad Holmes, overall, has done much better job. He's been way more successful than he's been not. So the idea of we're just going to go ahead and kind of get rid of him or anything at some point, or he's on the hot seat, I don't see that at all. This team has had 3 straight winning seasons, regardless that we didn't make the playoffs this year. Still, when's the last time you could say 3 straight years and you look at the talent on this team, and he does bring in talent, and it is the draft. He has not been that great, or I would say above average in free agency and in trades, but he's been pretty darn good in the draft. He's made a couple of bad selections, but so does every general manager. Love Gun 2009. Keep those questions coming. He says, will we get any compensation picks? Now, from what I'm hearing for DJ Reed, we're now not going to get a 4th round pick. With that said, I'm hearing that we potentially could get another draft pick from another player. I don't know where. I don't know what the comp would be. If we do, great. If we don't, oh well. The Lions right now have a lot of draft picks, in my opinion. A 1st, a 2nd, a 4th, 5th, 2 6ths, and 2 7ths. That's quite a bit of draft picks. And if we do get a compensation, what, you're going to get another 6th or a 7th potentially, right? So it's not going to be a high, I don't want to see it to be a high 3rd round pick. It's not the fact that we got rid of the Aaron Glenn. We already used those draft picks up. So could we? I hope we do. We always want more draft picks, but I don't know if we will. Hopefully we do. We definitely want that. That's the best, right? Is getting those extra picks. More picks could be a Amon-Ra St. Brown. A player in the mid-rounds that you get end up being a star stud player. So more draft picks, more opportunity to get big-time players for this football team. So hopefully that continues to go on. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll get an extra compensatory draft pick? Do you believe so? I hope so. I'll go with 60% yes, 40% no, just because we did have players leave the organization, Kevin Zeitler being one of them. Not sure how the trade, the Carlton Davis thing, how that would work, honestly, but we have had some free agents go some other teams. We'll see if we get some draft picks for that. I wouldn't expect anything too high. I wouldn't. A quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. That's Polymarket. Folks, it is time to challenge the status quo, and Polymarket is now live here to help us do so. You can be part of the revolutionary alternative to Sportsbook with our special invite code. Download Polymarket's new app now via the link that is in the description and comments to unlock exclusive early access and free $10 in your account with the invite code CHAT. Polymarket is a prediction marketplace that lets you make trades of the outcome, sport events, and you can see here on the screen, you can buy and sell within a game with live trading. Polymarket has the lowest fees ever. You trade against other people, not the platform. You can cash out at any time and react to momentum swings within the game. You're in control. It's legal and available nationwide to all 50 states on their iOS app now. For this week's playoff Packers vs. Bears game, Polymarket is giving the Packers a 52% chance to win, the Bears a 51% chance. That's odd considering the fact that the Bears are hosting in the playoffs. $10 is waiting for you. No card, no deposit, nothing. Download the app, our exclusive code CHAT at chatsports.com/Polymarket for exclusive early access and $10 free. Link is going to be in the comment section and pinned comment of this video. Check it out. Which offensive and defensive player you think was underrated for us? Any overrated? Ooh, great question right there. Let's see, offensive and defensive player you think was underrated for us and overrated. Underrated, I got to give Jack Campbell more credit than what he has had. He has played as an all-pro linebacker. We've been giving a lot of credit to Brian Branch or Aidan Hutchinson. We've given credit to a lot of offensive players, but Jack Campbell is underrated. He's looked at as good, I think, from a lot of Lions fans, but he's playing at really an elite level right now. He's extremely underrated for the Lions. Overrated. Alim McNeill right now is playing overrated for this football team. It's because he got that big contract, hasn't been playing well. I think obviously it has to do with an injury. I don't think it's really anything to do with his personality or the fact that he got paid. He just needs to probably get back into real football shape. He can get back to the shape that he needs to be in to be at that high level that he was before he got that injury. I want Caden. How is Terrion Arnold doing? Caden Proctor would be a very good pickup for the Detroit Lions. Absolutely. You're taking a tackle at 17, and I'm all for it. He is athletic, 304 from Alabama. He needs to gain a little bit more weight, but he could easily do that. We have one of the best line coaches in football, and if the Lions were to pick up Linderbaum, that would be great. Terrion Arnold, he was successful second shoulder surgery. He posted on his socials. Everything looked pretty good. He had a great smile on his face. He's dealing with a shoulder surgery. Now he had the second one. Interestingly enough, that's when my shoulder took a way better turn. My first surgery, it got good, but the second one, it really tightened everything up. So hopefully that's the case for Terrion Arnold, and he is good to go for the up-and-coming season because he was starting to play better. He's definitely better than DJ Reed. Roger the Goat Gawardo with another question here. Do you think that we will part ways with Anzalone and give Rodrigo his shot? If so, Rodrigo's the future. Let's see. It's all on Alex Anzalone here, Roger. What is he willing to take? What is he wanting to have for his family and his future? We would like him here. I'm sure that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell would like him here, but we're not going to overpay for him. We're not going to overpay for Alex Anzalone. We can't. If he wants to take a pay cut, yes, he can come back here, and that would be great. If not, we do have Malcolm Rodriguez. And I don't believe Malcolm Rodriguez is the future per se, but he is somebody that can definitely play this year. And if the Lions were to draft a young linebacker, eventually, if they don't fully trust Rodriguez to be the guy, they can go in that route or pick up another free agent or so. But Chad the Historian says, hire McDaniel as OC. I am with you, Chad the Historian. I would love for him to be OC. That's what it's all about. And look, I want to have an individual that has done it before at a high level. I don't want questions, right? I want to go this offseason. 0 questions on offense. McDaniels help that out. From Jeff, is there a crazy pick Brad shocks us with for a position? Oh my goodness. I hope he doesn't go tight end or defensive tackle at 17. I would lose it. It would shock a lot of people. I think I would lose it. I think other people would lose it. It'd be hilarious. Cornerback could be a shock position. I'm actually seeing mock drafts where corner could go there. I just don't see it. It's hard for me to believe, but those could be a shock position. Love Gun, do you think we should give Shepard another or try to find another defensive coordinator? I would prefer to just get a new defensive coordinator like a Jim Schwartz, former Lions coach, or a Brian Flores. I think they're going to stay with Shep, but I would like to get a guy who's done it before. I'm looking for Super Bowl. I'm going all in. That is me. What the Lions do, I think they stay with Shep. Was Shep held back as far as learning because Dan had to focus on the offense? I think that could have hurt him a little bit. I agree with you, Jeff. But I think a lot to do, obviously, again, is injuries in the secondary. That really didn't help. But I think it was a mixture of multiple things. He's a first-year coach as well. So I think a little bit of mixed in and, resulted in the Lions' defense because it started off pretty good during the beginning of the season, and then it fell off a little bit. Teams will learn what you're doing, and then the shtick is up. Stephanie says, I hope they stick with Shep. So she wants them to stick with Shep. What do you guys want in the comments? Stay with Shep or get a new DC? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. He says, Brad shocks the world by drafting Arch Manning. That would be a shock.